The Nevada desert stretched out under a canopy of stars. The vast expanse of the desert, with its rolling dunes and rugged terrain, seemed almost otherworldly under the shimmering night sky. The stars twinkled like diamonds scattered across a velvet blanket, casting a serene glow over the landscape. It was a place of solitude and beauty, where the silence was only broken by the occasional whisper of the wind. Miles from the nearest town, a small workshop stood alone. This workshop, a modest structure made of weathered wood and corrugated metal, was a testament to resilience and self-reliance. It was here, in this remote corner of the desert, that Joe had found his sanctuary. The workshop was surrounded by nothing but open space, a stark contrast to the bustling cities and crowded towns that lay far beyond the horizon. Inside, Joe, a man of simple pleasures, toiled away. His workshop was a cluttered haven of tools, spare parts, and half-finished projects. The air was filled with the scent of oil and metal, a comforting aroma that spoke of hard work and dedication. Joe was a man who found joy in the simple act of creation, in the challenge of bringing old machines back to life. His hands, calloused and strong, moved with a precision that came from years of experience. Engines were his lifeblood, their intricate workings a source of endless fascination. Each engine was a puzzle to be solved, a mystery to be unraveled. Joe reveled in the challenge, in the satisfaction of hearing an engine roar to life after hours of meticulous work. He understood the language of machines, the way each part fit together to create a harmonious whole. It was a language that few could speak, but for Joe it was as natural as breathing. He treated each machine with the care of a sculptor, his hands moving with practiced ease. Joe didn't need much. His life was simple, his needs few. A good engine and the quiet of the desert were all he desired. He found peace in the rhythm of his work, in the steady hum of machinery and the gentle rustle of the desert wind. It was a life that many would find lonely, but for Joe it was perfect. A good engine and the quiet of the desert were all he desired. The desert, with its vast emptiness and stark beauty, was a place where Joe could lose himself in his work. It was a place where time seemed to stand still, where the worries of the world faded away. Here, in his workshop, Joe had everything he needed. The desert was his home, his refuge, and his inspiration. Little did he know his solitary world was about to change forever. The arrival of an unexpected visitor would soon disrupt the quiet routine of his days, bringing with it new challenges and opportunities. Joe's life, once so predictable and serene, was on the brink of transformation. The desert, with all its mysteries and secrets, was about to reveal a new chapter in Joe's story. One cool desert night, a strange light cut through the darkness. Joe stepped outside, his brow furrowed. A large, disc-shaped object rested on the dunes near his workshop. It was like nothing he'd ever seen. Curiosity piqued, he approached cautiously. This was far too strange to ignore. As he got closer, a humming sound emanated from the craft. It was a symphony of unfamiliar noises, both alluring and unnerving. Heart pounding, Joe peered into the open hatch of the craft. The metallic scent of the spaceship filled his nostrils, mingling with the faint aroma of burnt circuits. He had spent years working on earthbound machines, but nothing had prepared him for this moment. The craft was unlike anything he had ever seen, with its sleek, otherworldly design and the hum of advanced technology that seemed to resonate through its very core. An alien woman, her skin shimmering with an otherworldly glow, worked on a panel of intricate machinery. Her presence was both awe-inspiring and intimidating. She moved with a grace that seemed almost ethereal, her fingers dancing over the controls with a familiarity that spoke of years of experience. Joe couldn't help but marvel at the way she seemed to be one with the machine, her every movement precise and purposeful. Her movements were swift and precise. Each adjustment she made brought the machinery to life, the lights flickering and the hum growing louder. Joe watched in silent fascination, his mind racing with questions. Who was she? Where had she come from? And what was her purpose here? He had so many questions, but he knew that now was not the time to ask. He could only watch and learn, hoping to glean some understanding from her actions. Tools unlike any he had ever seen danced in her hands. They were sleek and futuristic, with glowing edges and intricate designs that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Each tool had a specific purpose, and she wielded them with the skill of a master craftsman. Joe was mesmerized, his eyes following her every move. He had always prided himself on his mechanical skills, but watching her work made him feel like an amateur. Never in his wildest dreams could he have imagined encountering a being from beyond the stars. The reality of the situation was almost too much to comprehend. He had always believed that humanity was alone in the universe, but now he knew that was not the case. The existence of this alien woman opened up a world of possibilities, and he couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and wonder. What other secrets did the universe hold? What other beings were out there waiting to be discovered? And yet here she was, a celestial being gracing his humble workshop with her presence. It was a moment that would be etched into his memory forever. He felt a deep sense of gratitude for the opportunity to witness such a marvel. As she continued to work, he couldn't help but feel a connection to her, a sense of shared purpose. They were both engineers, bound by their love of machinery and their desire to create and repair. In that moment, the vast distance between their worlds seemed to shrink, and he felt a sense of kinship with this extraordinary being. The language barrier was immense. Joe and Lyra from different worlds found it difficult to understand each other. Their words were lost in translation, and frustration often clouded their interactions. But they were determined to find a way to communicate. But the language of engineering was universal. Despite their verbal misunderstandings, they discovered that their technical skills spoke volumes. The blueprints, tools and machines became their common ground, a silent language that both could understand. Joe, with his toolbox in hand, offered his assistance. He showed Lyra how to use the tools, explaining through actions rather than words. His patience and willingness to help broke down the initial barriers. The alien woman, whose name he learned was Lyra, seemed hesitant at first. She was in a new environment, surrounded by unfamiliar faces and customs. Her initial reluctance was understandable, but Joe's kindness slowly eased her fears. But as days turned into weeks, a bond began to form. They started to understand each other's quirks and habits. Their shared experiences in the workshop created a foundation of trust and mutual respect. They communicated through a mix of gestures, diagrams, and the shared language of their craft. Joe would draw diagrams to explain complex concepts, while Lyra used hand gestures to ask questions and clarify doubts. Their communication, though unconventional, was effective. Laughter filled the workshop, echoing the joy of their unlikely friendship. The once cold and mechanical space was now warm with camaraderie. Their laughter was a testament to the bridges they had built, not just of understanding, but of genuine friendship. Their hard work culminated in a successful project, a true testament to their collaboration. The team celebrated their achievement, high-fiving and taking group photos. It was a moment of pride and joy, a reflection of their journey from strangers to friends. As the sun set over the workshop, Joe and Lyra looked back at their journey. They had come a long way from their initial struggles. The workshop, once a place of confusion, was now a symbol of their shared success and enduring friendship. Walking out of the workshop together, they knew that they had built something far more valuable than any project. They had built a bridge of understanding, a connection that transcended words and cultures. Their friendship was a beacon of hope, showing that with patience and effort, any barrier could be overcome. One evening, Lyra revealed a secret. She was pregnant. The news hit Joe like a meteor shower. His heart pounded with a mixture of fear and elation. He was going to be a father, but to a child unlike any other. This news changed everything. Their relationship took on a new dimension, one filled with both hope and uncertainty. Section 6. A love transcending galaxies. Despite the challenges, their love deepened. Joe, a man who found solace in the hum of engines, now found solace in Lyra's presence. Her touch was electric, her laughter a melody from a distant star. Their love was a testament to the power of connection, proving that even the vast expanse of space couldn't diminish the pull of two souls meant to be together. Section 7. The weight of two worlds. The weight of their situation was immense. Lyra's people were unaware of her existence, let alone her pregnancy. The implications of their love were far-reaching, potentially impacting two civilizations. The decision of what to do next weighed heavily on their hearts. Should Lyra return to the stars, or should they forge a new path together on Earth? Section 8. A choice for the ages. The choice was Lyra's to make. After weeks of contemplation, she made her decision. She would remain on Earth with Joe. The risks were great, but the love they shared was greater. They would face the unknown together, hand in hand. Their future was uncertain, a tapestry woven with threads of hope and trepidation. Section 9. A future written in the stars. Months later, their child was born, a testament to their extraordinary love story, a being born of two worlds, a symbol of unity and hope for the future. Their journey was just beginning, a testament to the boundless possibilities of love and the extraordinary power of connection that could bridge even the stars themselves.